Sitaram, Namaste Hare Krishna, Namaste Radhabhay, Namaste Vaya Mohan, Namaste Galaxy, Namaste Harishan Lakshmi Ji, Hari Om. Um, Devotees, it's now exactly 8 p.m. on a wonderful day because today is Chaitra Purnima. It's such an auspicious day to be listening to the stories of Hanumanji. And this murti that I have in front of us for today is very appropriate because today is one of the best days of any month or of the year to offer what we call or to see the vision of Satyanarayan Bhagwan or Vishnu Bhagwan or Bhagwan Shankar, Bhagwan Narayan, and of course Narad Muni. Today's satsang, we have dedicated it to Hanumanji and the part that Hanumanji plays in our life. But before we go, let us chant some Om and, to bring our consciousness to be at the same level of Hanuman Goswami and also to benefit from the blessings of Hanumanji that will 100% change your life and bring happiness and prosperity to each and every of your family, and probably to bring changes of your health, changes of your wealth, changes of your peace of mind. And this is what Bhagwan does. He's called Data, the giver of everything. He's called Sharanagati. He's the protector of everything. On this Friday, we know it's a day where we are on holiday, everybody's in a holiday mood. But there is no better way to spend your time. This 1 hour of the day, sometimes the 1 hour of the week, glorifying the name of this wonderful, what we call Vayu Putra, the one whose energy keeps us alive and keeps us conscious. All of us are asking this question, where is this Hanumanji? Where is he to be found? Is he outside or is he inside? The answer to this beautiful question is that as we finish this satsang in about 58 minutes, we will come to a closer understanding that Hanumanji, Vayuputra, Shankarasovan, Keshari Nandan represents your life energy. Wherever Bhagwan Narayan is, Hanumanji is there. In the middle of the battlefield of the Mahabharata, who was the constant companion of Bhagwan Krishna? Hanumanji. In the whole of Ram Janam, who was the companion of Bhagwan Sri Ram? It was Hanumanji. Because Hanumanji goes beyond having an identity that is separate from Bhagwan himself, because Hanumanji is the Bhagwan. Hanumanji is Shankara Sovan, Keshari Nandan. He is verily that form of Bhagwan Shankar taking birth to be in the same place and in the same time and seeing his Ishdev, Sri Ram. And there can be no greater example of our own divinity. The question which is always asked, Bhaiya, is Hanumanji different from us? The answer is no. Hanumanji and you are the same, because with an understanding of who Hanumanji is, it ensures that you're able to conquer your unlimited potentials that lie within your human body. He's Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehumahi. Hanumanji is the one that inspires us with unlimited physical and intellectual strength. So he is not an outside God. He is first and foremost a divine energy that ensures that we are able to be intelligent, we are able to be strong, we are able to be what we call successful materially in this world. Hanumanji devotees blessed Vibhishan, Lankeshwar Bhai Sabajagajana. He blessed Lankeshwar, he blessed Vibhishan with the power or the kingdom of Lanka, which in those days were even more resplendent than Ayodhya. But the only thing is, after it was blessed by Hanumanji for Vibhishan to become Lankeshwar, Hanumanji became an abode of Bhagwan Sri Ram, because Sri Ram at that moment started to reside in the soul of Vibhishan. So, devotees, if we go back now, and I would like to just start with some Oms in our life. If we can just chant, if we can just close our eyes and start to breathe very gently, very nice and gently. Take the tension from your body, relax your shoulder, relax your waist, calm the tensions within you, let them go out. Feel the base of your body being soft, free of pain. Free your hips being free of pain. Free your knees being soft without any pain. Flex it a little bit and let it move. Then, twiggle your big toes, twiggle your ankle, move your ankles up and down, and you would be amazed now. And every time you do that, you say Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Now let us take some deep breath, which means we are now consciously taking the energy of Vayu within us. Because Hanumanji is not only Vayu Putra, but he is the form of Vayu himself. As parallel to his Pitaji, he has the same identity, same blessing to bless us with energy. So let us breathe in, and as we breathe in and we breathe out, we are reciting the name of Sri Ram in breathing in, and in breathing out, we are reciting the name of Bajrangabali. And for the 5 or 6 seconds that you are retaining this energy within you, you are focusing on, says, "Oh Prabhuji, bless me with good health. Bless me with freedom from all forms of anxieties and tension." And you then have the blessings of both Sri Ram and Hanumanji. So let us start. Let's breathe in. We will do that for about 1 minute. Let us start. Breathe in. Retain. And we breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let us chant Om now. Om. Breathe in. Then we chant Om. Breathe in. Then breathe out. Finally, breathe in. So devotees, we will do just 2 more breathing in and breathing out. And our thoughts may waver, and you may be thinking of all of the issues of the day, the problems of tomorrow, which doesn't come, but you're still thinking about them. So what we need to do now, if you can just, without moving your head, just focus your eyes right at the wall in front of you, but at the gap or at that point between, or as far as possible, the top of the wall and the ceiling above, and you leave it there focusing, chanting the name of Sri Ram as we direct our attention so it doesn't waver. Let's do Sri Ram and inhale and outhale. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram. We offer adorations to Ganesh Bhagwan. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighanam Kurume Deva Sarvakayeshu Sarvada Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam Kapitta Jambu Palasharu Bhakshutam Umasutam Shoka Vinasha Karyakam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam O Maha Ganapataye Namaha. Feel the blessings of Ganesh Bhagwan in and around you. Praise now to Bhagwan Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Mangalang Bhagwan Shambhu. Mangalang Vishwabhaktajat. Mangalang Parvatinath. Mangalang Bhaktavastala. Karpura Gauram Karunavataram. Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam. Sada Vasantam Hridayara Vinde. Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Devotees, we now pray to Mataji, Jagadambe Mata, the mother of happiness, the mother of wealth, the mother of the creation of this universe, the mother of kindness, the mother of benevolence, the mother of happiness. All these are within the gift and the power of Jagadambe Mata. May this divine mother bless each and every one of you today. Om. Om. Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatra Sadike Sharanye Trayambake Devi Narayani Namastute. Let Kali Mata bless each and every one of you. Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadrakali Kapalani Durga Shama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namastute. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Devotees, Mateshwari Jagadambe Mata never cease to look after you as her child. She does not send you in this world without continuing to protect you, irrespective of your age, your condition, your financial condition, your spiritual condition. She constantly cares and protects you. And do not remember that she resides inside of you as Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matri Rupena Samsita. Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Devotees, you are all indeed blessed to be the children of Shakti Ma. She is Devi Ma. She is Matri Ma. She is the mother of the mother. And when we recite this mantra, please do it on the basis of that your eyes close and the mother inside of you, replicate your memory of your own mother, giving you a bath, caring you. And the first thing that goes on in our mind whenever we have any anxieties in our life, irrespective of our age, we go back and we say, "Oh Ma, where are you? Please care for me. Please relieve my anxiety." And these are powerful words. When we appeal to the Divine Mother, you are my protector, you are my carer, you are my giver. What these words do, they calm your body. But also they send out divine messages that if any help can be brought to you externally, then she ensures that that help be received by you. So Jagadambe Ma, Devi Ma, Gauri Maya always continue to protect and look after you. We now pray to Bhagwan Vishnu, on this very special day of Purnima. Om Shantakaram Bhujakashayanam Padmanabhyam Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganashradisham Meghavarnam Subhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Vidyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavaiharam Sarvaloke Kanatam. Om Shri Vishnu Narayanaye Namaha. Om Mangalang Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalang Garudadraja Mangalang Pundarikakshe Mangalaye Tano Hari. Devotees, we seek the blessings of Bhagwan Vishnu on this auspicious moment of time as Mahapurnima, that may the energies of Chandrama and Vishnu Bhagwan bathe you with kindness. May they bathe you with good health. May whatever your desires are in terms of the prosperity and the happiness of your family, may all of you be bathed with the energy. May your anxieties be removed and be replaced by happiness. May your life be full of happiness. May your house feel tension-free. May your home be a heaven. May your home be a mandir where your mind is at peace. And this is the blessings of Bhagwan Vishnu on this beautiful, beautiful day. Very rarely we get a Friday night where we are able to offer obeisances to Vishnu Bhagwan in his various forms of Bhagwan Sri Ram and Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Of course, they are 8 other incarnations. I think it's Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasingh, Sri Ram, Parashuram, Krishna. And the final will be Kalki at the end of this current period. But always saying the blessings of Bhagwan Sri Krishna is always there for all of his creation, not man alone, but for every living entity for which his Atma pervades, Bhagwan is present there. So devotees, let us clasp our hands now when we invoke Pawan Kumar, Hanumanji, Vajrangabali, because tonight actually is his Jayanti. According to the time, he was born at 4 a.m. in the morning on Purnima time. Not tomorrow night, but on Purnima night, tonight at 4 a.m., Hanumanji's energy is once again be released in this world in the form of the 11th incarnation of Bhagwan Shiva, is in the 11th incarnation of the form of Rudra Dev. Hanumanji, as we know, lives in every yuga, charo yuga pratap tumhara. So Hanumanji is not a fly-by. It just came at the beginning of Sri Ram, and then it will leave. He will leave after Sri Ram. Hanumanji was there before the advent of Bhagwan Sri Ram. He is there after the advent of Sri Ram, and he will be there at the last moment of Pralaya on what we call this physical earth. So Hanumanji, the beauty with Hanumanji is that he is always there to protect any devotee who call on him. So beautiful. Let us start to Hanumanji. If he is that wonderful Bhagwan, as we said, that responds to beautiful prayers. So let us invoke Hanumanji right now. We clasp our hands, and to the Hanumanji that resides in your mind, close your eyes. You offer him beautiful flowers at his feet and receive his blessings from within. You offer him some wonderful flowers and you give him beautiful, what we call sweet water, arg for him to drink. Devotees, you then give him beautiful, the chandan that he wants is normal chandan, but as we know now, he's most happy when he's smeared with sindoor. So you give him nice chandan sindoor, especially on his head, but most important, at his feet. And you rub his feet, you anoint his feet. He is the one, Bhagwan, that he gives you the privilege of touching him, because he's always within touching distance. And then you give Hanuman Bhagwan some beautiful prasad in your mind. And because he resides within your mind, the prasad which you will give to Hanumanji is unalloyed love for every single devotee. You will have no hatred of anyone. You will have no anger towards anyone, because Hanumanji only lives where there is Shanti, where there is love and affection. Only there Hanumanji is. But if you have a murti on the outside, then Hanumanji loves what we call Kandamulafal. He loves what we call the fruits. One second. He loves the fruits and he loves the roots. He loves the bulbs and he loves what we call certain leaves. But he is actually 100% sattvic in nature. So this is the thing we offer Hanumanji, beautiful prasad. And let us now go back and find out who Hanumanji and how this Hanumanji was able to protect our parents, grandparents in India, in the greater part of Asia, because Hanumanji is that Bhakt that is worshipped all over what we call the Aryan universe or the Veda universe, whether it's in Thailand, whether it's in Indonesia, whether it's in Bali, whether it's in Mauritius, whether it's in Guyana, Trinidad, America, Canada, Latin America, Hanumanji, as what we call that simian lord, pervades. In the Valmiki Ramayana, there's nowhere where it is described that Hanumanji is what we call a monkey. That was given by the translators of our scriptures who wanted to say that we pray to a monkey god. Not that anything is wrong in praying if Bhagwan comes in the form of this nature or of this form. But what we call Hanumanji is what we call a Vanar. The root is Van means the forest, and Nar means man. It means it was a very specific type of species of beings that lived in the forest. We tend to think that human beings was only on this planet, in this form for maybe 6,000 or 10,000 years ago. But according to the dates of the Ramayana, we are now in Kali Yuga. We are almost, like 3.5 billion. In fact, the specific date, we are 3.8 billion years since the creation of this current yuga or this Manu period. So devotees, Hanumanji has always been around. And Hanumanji is a symbol. If you go to the screen, Hanumanji is, one moment, just 1 second, please. One moment. Hanumanji is a symbol of success and fulfillment. And that is one of the most reason we close our eyes and we chant Shri Hanumate Namaha, Shri Hanumate Namaha, because we want to observe some of the qualities of Hanumanji. And we know nowadays children are very good at joining what we call gangs, and they're influenced by the members of the gangs to do whatever the gang does. Some gangs are good, like a satsang gang is good, but the other type of gang, if you get into the wrong company, then you absorb whatever your companion does. And this is the essence of an association with Hanumanji. Whoever associates with Hanumanji is blessed with Bal, Buddhi, Vidya, Dehu Mohi, Harahu Kalesha Vikar. So devotees, we are blessed with all forms of good attributes. And isn't this what we want? We want to stand out as the most successful person you have ever known. And this word fulfillment, the Sanskrit translation of this word fulfillment can be swasti. May you, what we call, enabled everything that is good for your well-being. So if you can have success and fulfillment, that comes by being a bhakt of Hanumanji. And it's very important, devotees, with your family, start at a very young age. And even if now they are teenagers, still sit down on a Saturday morning or on a Tuesday night or on a Saturday evening and just chant at least one Hanuman Chalisa. But if you have 3 in a family, then do 3 Hanuman Chalisa. If you're 2 in a family, you do 1 each, that's 2, and then together you do the 3rd one. So you will always end up doing 3 Hanuman Chalisa, or if you just don't have the time, just do 1 Chalisa, and then you will see the benefit of Hanumanji bringing all forms of happiness, peace, and prosperity in your life. Sometimes it is left to the woman or our mothers and sisters to do the Hanuman Chalisa for their family. Because sometimes, for whatever reason, the husband is away working, he is too busy, he's leaving early in the morning, coming home late in the evening for what we call providing for his family. And this is where the prayers of the wife is very important. She goes to Hanumanji and she says, "Oh, Hanumanji Bajranga Bali, please bless my husband so he's successful in his job, so he gets promotion. Let him get new opportunities for the financial success and abundance of his family." And you might be saying, "But Panditji, we are not supposed to ask for money." We are not. Yeah, you are supposed to ask for what you want in life. Bhagwan knows everything. But when you focus your mind on what we call a desire or a demand from Bhagwan, you get those fulfilled on the condition, devotees. Bhagwan don't give you any condition, but I'm saying that whenever you get a desire fulfilled, please remember Bhagwan, take out a little bit and you give it to this world in the form of charity. So Hanumanji is a symbol of success and fulfillment. One needs courage, strength, intelligence, commitment, and purity to be successful. And these are the qualities that we get from Hanumanji. That whenever you think of Hanumanji and you want to be like Hanumanji, you identify one of his characters, because we can't be all of Hanumanji's siddhis, his 8 siddhis and his 9 forms of what we call wealth. Ashta siddhi now nidike data asabaradina janaki mata. So he is blessed, or he has this ability again to give that blessings of any attribute or any quality that is needed for your upliftment in this life. So when we look at Hanumanji, as we said, he blesses us with strength. Devotees, not only physical strength, so you become a controller, or you become, an abuser. We're not talking about that type of strength. But we want Hanumanji to bless you with the strength. One, to make spiritual and material upliftment, to bless you with strength so you do not have any form of medical disability. But without strength, even the heart will not be able to pump the blood and the oxygen throughout the body. So taking the blessings of Hanumanji is a guarantee of good health. Where does it say that? In the Hanuman Chalisa that you chant, we chant like Nashai Roga Hare Sabapira, Japata Nirantara Hanumata Vira. As we sing Hanuman Chalisa, sing it with the focus that, Lord, let my home and my body and my family and my spouse and my mom and my dad and my aunties and my uncle and all my friends, let them all live a peaceful, uncomplicated life. Let them be blessed by all of the devas so that they do not suffer, too much heat, too much light, too much water, too little water, that the breeze is in the form of a hurricane or a tornado. We do not want to be in those areas, but we always want that Bajrangabali Hanumanji to always protect us wherever we are. So if we have to choose a daily prayer, we have it on the screen that I'm just crossing the highlight over it, and I can what we call do that. Yeah, it says we pray to O Bajrangabali Hanumanji. Bless me this day with success and fulfillment. Bless me with strength, intelligence, commitment, and the purity to be successful. O Hanumanji, let me be blessed with both spiritually and financially, so my day would have a noble ending. And this is a mantra at the beginning of the day, and it's very important what we supercharge our mind at the beginning of the day. We say the right things at the beginning of the day. If we go to the simple mantras. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhus Chasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Because we are no longer living with our mom. We are living in our own home, sometime by ourselves. But you're not lonely, because you know that you have what we call harness, that divinity within you that gives you the compassion when you need it, and the guidance and the protection as a mother and a father, brother and sister, and a friend. But also, this is the important part in your relationship with the divinity. Where is Hanumanji? Where is Bhagwan Shiva? Where is Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati Devi, Kali Devi? whereas any of the other devas, is to first acknowledge that they are benevolent. And today they will bless you with what we call consciousness. They will bless you with focus. They will bless you with meditation. And then what will happen? You will be successful in whatever you do. You will be both spiritually successful and materially successful. Because in this world that we live in, you now need to pay for the heating, to pay for the food, to pay for the light, to pay the rates, to pay, you just name it, and you have to pay for it. So we ask this Lord to bless us financially so we are able to manage our life correctly. So after praying in the morning, and this is the important thing, even before you come out of the bed, you clasp on your hands and you bow to your feet to the Lord within you, the Lord that direct your thoughts to be benevolent to you and let you be focused that your day be successful. And it's for you to, to define what you want to do today. If you're a gardener, you want to say, Lord, bless me today that when I plant my crops today, that they grow and they germinate and they bear wonderful fruit. If you're a business person, as you open your shop, you thank the Lord who is what you call your Dwarapalu, the protector of the doors of your shop or of your business or your office. You seek their powerful guidance that your day will be full of blessings and that you will be successful in whatever you do. So all the tasks on your to-do list, you'll be able to harness them and to complete them with great satisfaction. So your day will both be spiritually and financially successful. There was a owner of what we call a mechanic shop. They repair a car. And sometimes they get very difficult problem. So the owner would then leave his staff and go and sit down in his office. And they were thinking that, maybe boss can and check on Google or on Wikipedia or the manuals online as to how to solve this problem. But what he did, what he normally do, he goes and he meditates and he says, oh, Bhagwan, you are my partner in this business. You have the other side of this knowledge that I do not have. Do inspire me that I can solve this problem. And after that prayer, he goes back to the car, to the vehicle, or to the machine that requires a problem to be solved. He says, look, this is what we have to do. Key is turned, and the engine turns over and beats. And this is where Bhagwan helps us in all forms of way in our life. So let us now go to this beautiful, these are the first two lines of the Hanuman Chalisa. And we will go in a very nice way, but let us first chant these two lines to set our mind. We will recite them 2 or 3 times to set our mind to receive the blessings of Hanumanji. Siya Vajuram Chandra ki jai, Umapati Mahadev ki jai, Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai. With your mind you give Hanumanji a wonderful bunch of banana. He enjoys the taste of the banana and is extremely grateful and blesses the devotee who eats this banana or who gives him this internal banana, that you are blessed with Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehumahi. So let us do this chanting, and now we adore Hanuman. We define who Hanumanji is. Jai Hanuman, Jnana Guna Sagar. So the first thing we go to Hanumanji, it's at a mental level. We are not wrestlers that we want him to make us very strong and full of muscle, or we are not swimmers that we want to swim, the English Channel. We just want, on the first occasion, is to bless us intellectually. How can we resolve the problems of this life? So the first thing we address him as Jai Hanuman, Jnana Guna Sagar. So his knowledge is not like what we call limited to the internet. He is Guna Sagar. He is like this ocean of what we call knowledge. Jai Kapis. And this is the key. Kapis is a word, it doesn't mean monkey. And this is the correct definition of who Hanuman is. He's Kapiraj. He is what we call a simian being. He was that form of, let us put it this way, we won't use the term Neanderthal, but he was this form of human beings that doesn't look like how human beings, but in our limited, what we call consciousness, we think that there can't be any other being apart from us. The human species in today has more than 2,000 subspecies where people have different nose, different lips, different ears. They're all so different from each other. Some of the eyelids are different, the eyelashes are different. So Hanumanji had a variation of what a perfect human being should look like. Who would not say that Hanumanji was even beyond perfection? He was perfect to perfection, that there was nothing short. The beauty with Hanumanji is that we only focus that Hanumanji would look like a kapi. But Hanumanji can change his form, and the kapi was just one of his forms. Remember the Katha. When he met Sri Ram and Lakshman for the first time, what did he do? He did not go in the form of a simian, but he went into the form of an eloquent, educated Sanskrit scholar, Brahman, of the same form and look at Sri Ram. So this is the nature of Hanumanji. Hanumanji can be whatever form you want him to be. Whatever form you want Hanumanji to be, Hanumanji will be your Bhagwan. So Jai Hanuman Gyana Gunasagar, Jai Kapiraj, Tihu, Lok, Ujagar, in all of the loks, in all of the spheres where there are entities existing, whether we call it in English, earth, heaven, and earth, hell, earth, and heaven, up and down, 1, 2, 3. He exists any and everywhere, but not only today, but Tihu Lok, Tihu Lok, into 3 loks, but Charo Yug Pratapa Tamar. He exists as this great, what we call living energy, as a Chiranjeevi. He exists just to bring happiness and peace to his devotees. Devotees, chanting these beautiful prayers tonight and tomorrow, if you're not going to any physical satsang, wake up in the morning, have your shower. You can have your breakfast. Hanumanji don't like you to pray on an empty stomach. So you want to finish off quick and go back and have your breakfast. But prepare yourself. Pick some, camellias from your garden or some dandelions from your garden. Whatever fruit you have, you sit down. And if you don't have any fruit, you just sit down and say Om Hanumate Namaha. If you do not know any mantras, you say Om Hanumate Namaha, Om Hanumate Namaha, Om Hanumate Namaha. And you offer whatever little you have. But if you can chant the Hanuman Chalisa, then this is the beauty, is that these 40 verses, are chanted by devotees every day, give a very good description of the qualities and deeds of Hanumanjis in the Ramayana. And this chanting will remind us to achieve great qualities of. And this is the beauty. We do not want to chant the Ramayana and Hanuman Chalisa. We want to meditate on them. And sometimes when I chant, sometimes you get stuck at just one verse. So let us say if my needs are strictly to have knowledge, then I meditate on the first verse. Jai Hanuman Gyana Gunasagar Jai Kapis Tihu Loka Ujag. Jai Hanuman Gyana Gunasagar Jai Kapis Tihu Loka Ujagar. And you chant it like that, whatever your needs are. Chant Hanumanji's name over and over. And like how he blessed Bhishman, he will bless you to achieve. So Hanumanji makes you strong physically. He makes you very bright if you're a student, especially if you're, now a teenager or you're an infant going to school. Seeking the blessings of Hanumanji will make you an intellectual prowess, brighter in mathematics, brighter in language than anyone around you. Then the third one, most important, Hanumanji blesses you with humility. Although being the strongest of the strong, he knew when to become the smallest or appear to be the weakest of the weak, especially when serving the devotees of Sri Ram. Hanuman Chalisa blesses each and every one of you with fearlessness, selflessness, egolessness, and with attitude. Nothing is impossible. So with this attitude, what he blesses us, that you're going to be blessed with knowledge to measure the problem. Once you have measured the problem, for example, he's not going to bless you to swim the Atlantic Ocean. You don't need that type of blessing. But he's going to bless you with what you call the remit of your own problems that you have in your life. That is what he can bless you with. Om Jai Shri Ram, Jai Rudra Ke Roop, Hanumanji. Hanumanji's character teaches us that unlimited possibilities are hidden in each of us. And this is the key. You says, Panditji or Bhaiya, why is my life seem so difficult? Because you have only been focusing on the difficult. You have not, prepared what you call the sheet of paper when you write all of the things that are not good for you. And in the other column, you write all the things that you want and that are good for you. But you only focus on these problems. And of course, you get what you focus on. Do not focus on your anger, otherwise you will become more angry. Focus on your love and you become infinitely more lovable. So Hanumanji's character teaches us that unlimited possibilities are hidden in each and every one of us. And this is truly, many of us, by the time we reach the morgue, we have not achieved more than maybe 0.111 of 1% of our capabilities and our potentials. And when you look at the life of truly great people, you can see how they've achieved maybe 10% or 20% or 50% of their potential. But we haven't touched what we call the power of our brains and the blessings that Hanumanji can bless each and every one of us to make us greater. And you will say, but Panditji, I'm in my 70s now, or I'm in my 60s, I've just retired. What good can I do? This is when your life really starts. And it's up to you to sit down on your table and plan what you want to do with your life. Whatever your age is totally irrelevant. How long you have this breath in your body, you have the capability of making and discovering unlimited possibilities that resides within you. Hanuman directed all of his energy to the help of Sri Ram, and it was his outstanding devotion freed him from all physical disabilities. There is a saying, how long you're busy and you have something to do, you will not get a headache. You will not get illness. But if you do not have anything to do and you're sitting down in your chair and you're looking at television for hours and hours a day, then all forms of physical disabilities will come onto you. So Hanumanji's teachings is that, if you go to the Bhagavad Gita, those who see me in all, right, are my choicest devotees. All of us should go out of our way to serve the devotees of Sri Ram. And when we live this life of service, then all forms of physical disabilities will disappear from us. Devotees, we discussed this picture at the beginning, but I will go back at the top. And let us now go and really into the joys of understanding who Hanumanji. And if you want to really, after you have done a prayer to Hanumanji, what are some of the things that you must do? Let us then go to his name based on what we call, English language. So it's not the exact correct, definition of the qualities of what we call the syllables in his name. But let's do it in any case. The H in Hanumanji means is that we must be like Hanumanji, always seeking to help without looking for rewards. So you will not say, look how much I've helped them in life, look what I've given to them, and look how unkind they are to me today. Devotees, when you're in a Hanuman Bhakt, you're looking for opportunities to help people. It's unbelievable. And once you look for opportunities to help people, you will never need to be helped, because Hanumanji will provide you with an abundance of what we call equipment, an abundance of wealth. The A in Hanumanji, which means we must always adore all of Sri Ram's creation, all of Bhagwan Shiva's creation, all of Mata Shakti creation. The Gayatri Mantra, the central theme of the Gayatri Mantra, O Bhagwan, O Deva, O Savitar Deva, let me be adorable, Varenium. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Savitar Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. So if we want to be conscious of not only Hanuman, but all of the devas, we must do only positive things that reveal us a positive nature in the mind of everyone. So anyone thinking of you will know automatically, because of the mind communication language, that you are what we call an adorable person. The N stands for what we call naturalness, or we must be very calm in what we do. Can you imagine if you have a task at hand and you are not sincere? You will never achieve anything with success in your life. So with Hanumanji, you must have sincerity. It's like Hanumanji, is given the ring from Sri Ram, and instead of delivering the ring to Mata Sita, he goes and he runs away with it. Now, many human beings will do that. They are given assets in their care to be held in trust for their brothers and their sisters or somebody else. And what they do, they steal it and they go away. No blessings will come. It may be attractive initially, but when karma comes back, then you would realize it's a very bad deal you have given yourself. Devotees, the U in Hanumanji stands that we must always not judge anyone. We must always be understanding. We must delay. There are many, many what we call books in psychology that tells you, before you make a comment or a criticism of anyone, just calm yourself, give yourself 10 minutes at the minimum. And after that 10 minutes, you may find that what was not so nice 10 minutes ago now has no effect. So with Hanumanji's blessings, we will always show understanding and non-judgmental nature to all of Bhagwan Sri Ram's creation. The M stands for modesty, and this is an important character in life. We must not be too boastful. We must not be too what we call highfalutin. We must not be too what we call too egotistic. We must not have those qualities that makes people dislike us. And this is where we must be modest in what we do. This is one of the 8 siddhis Hanumanji has, which you have. The other point is the A in Hanumanji is that you must be loyal. You must be loyal to your satsang. You must be loyal to your family. A man must be loyal to his wife. A wife must be loyal to her husband. A child must be loyal to his parents, her parents. And these are so important that, otherwise, if you are what we call chanchal, you change your mind. Nobody knows where you stand on anything. No one will be able to trust you. But secondly, you will not be able to develop long-term bonds and relationship. Even if you have one friend that is good for the rest of your life, you have achieved greatness. But many people, they just flip through from one friend to another, from one friend to another, without, and so you would lose your friends, devotees, because H, you were not very kind. A, you did not show any adoration to that friend. N, you were not what we call sincere to that relationship. And you did not show any understanding. It's okay for people to make a mistake in life, but it's not okay for you not to forgive your friends. So let us be Hanumanji in whatever we do, even if we choose the H or we choose the N. And the N is very important because it covers all the other alphabets. N means Nishkama or Nishkama Karma, which means, let us serve Bhagwan every day of our life in a very selfless way. Devotees, Ha, Nu, Mana. Hum, so aham, which means I am that supreme. Ha in the Hanuman means that Hanumanji is that supreme spirit. Nu in the Hanuman is that supreme spirit. The Nu means that which permeates each and every cell of your body. So Hanumanji permeates each and every cell of your body. And Mana, Man or Mana means is that which is manifested, that which is derived from Jagadishwar, that which is derived from Ishwar, that which is derived from the consciousness. So Hanumanji, when we get his blessings, devotees, that one whose face is what we call Hanu, who seems to have been hit by what we call this thunder of Indra Bhagwan, that one radiates all this benevolent power, but he wants to be loved. He wants to show that in your body there is so much affection for him. Devotees, I'm going to share this on the chat with you, but it's like just some nice what we call facts about Hanumanji. Is that, and it goes on to say who Hanumanji is, who his mom was. She's Anjana or Anjani, and she was celestial. Of course, he cannot be anything but celestial. He is celestial, so his mother's got to be celestial, and his father has got to be celestial. But what he says here, is a beautiful story where Hanumanji ate the same kheer that Raja Dashrath had given to Mata Kaushalya, Kiki and Sumitra. So in effect, he's the brother of Bhagwan Sri Ram because they come from the same father. And it goes down, you will see from the story of Keshari Nandan. Nice fact, Hanumanji was not alone. He was not the only child, but he has 5 brothers, and the name was Matiman, Shrutiman, Ketuman, Gatiman, and Dritiman. And so this lineage, these families still exist in this world. Hanumanji loves Sindoor because there's a lot of psychology with the color red, although the stories are very childish. Hanumanji see Mata Sita, rubbing the Sindoor as a respect to her that she's a married woman and she would always be, and for her love for Bhagwan Sri Ram, he thought that Bhagwan Sri Ram would love him too if he were to wear the Sindoor. So he took the Sindoor from her cup and he threw it all over his body. But it goes beyond that. Red represents power. Red represents symbolism. Red represents allegiance. Hanumanji, as we know, we have all heard of what we call Makardwaja. Hanumanji, philosophically and mythologically, he had a son, although he was never married. And we can go through that story day. And Hanumanji also, in order to what we call show that there should not be any tensions or pressures in anyone, that we must always be calm. If someone delays opening a door for you, do not get angry. So this is a nice story of how Sri Ram, told Maharishi Vishwamitra, well, what can I say? If you do not like Hanumanji, then what do you want me to do? So Vishwamitra said, Sri Ram was asked by Vishwamitra to put a death sentence on Hanumanji. And this is to show the power of Hanumanji. So Sri Ram shot arrow, the arrow came back. Sri Ram shot all of the weapons on Hanumanji. and they all returned. And what this shows is that one, it made Vishwamitra very humble. But what it teaches you is that if you have the blessings of Hanumanji, and Hanumanji resides inside of you, then no ill will from anyone would ever be able to affect you. And there's a beautiful story. This is the Brahma Astra, which was sent back to Sri Ram. But there's a very nice story of Bhagwan Sri Krishna, because in the same way, like how Garu had ego, is Sudarshan Chakra also had a lot of ego. And in that katha, he tried to stop, Sudarshan Chakra tried to stop Hanumanji from seeing Sri Krishna. Hanumanji says, look, I do not have time for a fight today. So what he did, he just took the disc that was spinning and ate it. So took it into his stomach, and thereby showing or calming Sudarshan Chakra. And Hanumanji was the first to write the story of Bhagwan Sri Ram. And it says this is a beautiful katha of who Hanumanji is. That Hanumanji is always the first in everything. And this wonderful, what makes a lot of sense when I say Hanumanji was the first to hear the Bhagavad Gita. Because remember, he was sitting on top of the chariot of Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Arjuna. So when Bhagwan Sri Krishna was narrating the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was the first to do that. So devotees, Hanumanji has immense qualities. Hanumanji is immortal. Hanumanji is full of love and affection. And we have a couple minutes. If I would like to go a few seconds over today to just do the Hanuman Chalisa very quickly. Om Shri Guru Charana Sarora Rajan Nijamana Mukara Sudhari Varano Raghuvara Vimala Jasu Jodayaka Palachari. Devotees, as we chant, take the blessings and focus with devotion to Hanumanji. बुद्धिहीन तन जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मही अरहु कलेश विकार. Join with me, or you can read the translation in English. Om Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar Jai Kapis Tihu Loka Ujagar Rama Dute Yatulita Baladama Anjani Putra Pavan Sutanama महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमत के संगी कंचन वरन विराज सुवेशा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा हाथ वज ध्वजा विराजे कांडे मुँह जजने साजे शंकर सुवन केशरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणियति चातुर राम काज करिवे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिवे को रसिया राम लखन तामन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंह कावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप यस समारे रामचंद्र के काज समारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाये श्री रघुवीर हर शुर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बराए तुम प्रिया परत संभाहे सहस वदन तुम रोज सगावे अस कई श्रीपति कंत लगावे संसादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहिता हीशा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि को बिर कैसे के कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्त्र योजन पर भानु लीलो ताहि मधुर पल जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माही जल्दी लांग गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेत सुगमय अनुग्रह तुमरे ते राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे हो तना आज्ञा बिन पैसारे सब सुकल तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज समारो आपी तीन लोक हाकते कापे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नाशय रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुराव मन क्रम बचन जान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साज और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन पल पावे। चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है, प्रसिद्धि जगत उजियार। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंद राम दुलार। अष्ट सिद्धि नाम निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुमरे पास, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुमरे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाय, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाए। और देवता चितना डरहि, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटय मिटे सब पीर, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सतबार पात कर कोई, छूते ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह परि हनुमान चालीसा, हो ये सिद्धि सा की गौरी। तुलसीदास सदा हरिचेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महाडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहिता, हृदय बसहु सुरभूप। सियावज रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।